Okay, so hello there. I am Fo3 and we are continuing with part number 4 of the Faction of 3 Championships title match. So this is match number 2 of the title, or this championship bout. So currently we have this 1-1. As you already know, this is part 4. So as far as the championships goes for the Faction 3, they could go anywhere from, if we have to do all 3 matches, it could go anywhere from 3 videos all the way up to 6 videos. So this is part number 4 of the second match, and this is the second match. So this is the conclusion to the second match, but also part number 4. It's kind of confusing, but then again, it's not. Wait, didn't we already see? No, we didn't see. No, yeah, I think we did see Eno, because Eno is the one that, defeated what's name. So we can just go straight into the in-ring stuff. Yeah, Dr. Wagner Jr. is the new one. Cause Magnum Tokyo won the first match. Then Eno beat him after he beat Don Fry. Yeah. Let's solve that. Well, this. Eno, if he able to beat Dr. Wagner again, he will put his team in pretty much the same situation as last time. So right now it's tied up 1-1, and this is basically going the same way as last time, except for last time Don Fry had beaten Magnum Tokyo, but still, this is still playing out the same way, except for Eno went 4 rounds against. He went 4 minutes. My bad, not 4 rounds. This is PW rules. He went 4 minutes, almost 4 minutes, at 3 minutes and 59 seconds, which is a long time against Magnum Tokyo. So I'm not sure how much damage that did to his endurance for the rest of the time he has in these matches, but could have helped it, in the match as quickly as possible is probably the best way to do this stuff. But he didn't really take too much damage. So anything, his stamina just took a freaking hit, not his health or anything. With a loss. When I speak of endurance, when you talk about endurance, in my opinion, you talk about 2 things. Endurance as in how much damage you can take, and endurance is how much energy you have left or you can use to start stuff like that. So when I'm talking about endurance, I'm talking about his endurance as far as health was probably not really harmed in that bout, but as far as stamina and energy, it probably was harmed a little, because it went 4 minutes, and 4 minutes is 4 minutes even if you're doing 4 minutes of offense, no matter what anybody says, especially for this particular wrestling game. You can see a spike in your health wise. And you can tell when their when their stamina has already taken a hit, when you see how long it takes for them to get up from basic moves. Like when somebody does one of the weak grab knockdowns, which is like the farm smash or the chops and stuff like that, or just the simple scoop slam, or even the counter eye poke. You see how long he's on the ground after just getting simply eye poked? That's a good indication of what's going on with their stamina. He's already been in here now for over 6 minutes with these 2 matches combined. And this would be Eno's first loss because remember he didn't lose at all in the first match. You know, he didn't lose at all in the first match. He actually ended the match for his team with 2-0 run because he beat Dr. Wagner Jr. and then he beat Mil Mascaras. So if he loses to Wagner Jr., this would be his first time losing as far as this stuff is concerned. Which is a good possibility. But Inside will still be fresh. Oh, and that's the best power bomb on here. That's from the strong grabs. That to me is the best power bomb. Is that the regular snap power bomb that does KO damage, and that triple power bomb? But I also like the one that also does big damage. That's just a regular sit-out power bomb, and the gut-rich power bomb is pretty good too. The one that you don't do pinfall with, the sit-out gut-rich power bomb, is nice too. But I like the other one way better. All the power bombs are pretty much good moves on the game. Just that I like that one that he just did probably the most, along with that other sit-out power bomb. And the triple power bomb is not too bad either. Uh-oh. Ah. Good on Dr. Wagner Jr., man. He was able to counter out of that and he needed to. That's the only thing that I would like to not have seen, but for all the characters on this game, as far as like the shoot style for the wrestling, why do all of them have to do, you know, they go into ground and pound when their opponent is on, they go into the ground game when their opponent's on the ground. Like, I got characters who are also shoot style, but they go into the pinning predicaments and stuff like that. I think Eno would greatly have benefit from having that be able to be in use for him. You know, because he could have possibly have won this match had he been able or been allowed to just simply pin his opponent. Anyway, he's building meter and he may end up getting the finish pretty soon. You know, Dr. Wagner Jr. was able to survive a little, but it may be all for nothing because this match may be over soon. Oh, Dr. Wagner Jr. with the counter. He countered that. See, if he was able to go for a pinfall after doing that, he would have been in so much better shape, man. I swear. Instead, he got to go into the freaking ground and pound, or the ground game situation where he goes into full mount and shit. You know? Well, Eno is definitely not that close to losing to Dr. Wagner Jr. because that was only a 2 count. But it wasn't one of the more devastating power bombs. Now, if he was able to hit that freaking Tiger Mask power bomb again, which is that crucifix sit-out power bomb, then I can see him winning that. Oh, that dude name is Kato Kalabashi or Azabashi or Izabashi or goddamn it, I can't pronounce his name to save my life, but like he was the, if you know what I'm talking about, you watch like New Japan Pro Wrestling and stuff like that. He was the guy who was what was they called? The Golden Lovers, him and Kenny Omega, when they was a tag team in New Japan. They was called the Golden Lovers or something Some name like that. Oh, but I need to shut my mouth from now on because Dr. Wagner Jr. just made the freaking comeback. He just made the comeback as he just put away Enno. So now it's no longer his team that's at a disadvantage with down being 2-1, but now it's the challengers who will be down at a 2-1 disadvantage. But Insun is capable of being both of them, and the thing is, if he can get into that ultimate punches position, which I guarantee he will come this match, he is going to be able to take out, you know, Dr. Wagner Jr. very quickly, because Dr. Wagner Jr. is not only hurt and gone through a couple minutes of fighting, but his head is injured, and Insun is just going to be able to ground and pound him, or rear naked choke, or guillotine him, or whatever the hell he wants to do to freaking end this match very quickly. Dr. Wagner Jr., like, start the match, of course, they all look in good shape. Even if they're bleeding, they're not bleeding to start the matches. But he is hurt. As soon as the bell rings, he's going to be holding his head like, it's so much pain. And I am planning on doing possibly combatives today, just to do it. But I'm probably going to do that a little later, like probably like 5 or 6 o'clock or something. You know, just to put some time between doing these simulations and stuff like that, because until I can catch up with the uploads that need to be uploaded onto YouTube and have all that stuff on YouTube, because we're still at, like, I believe I'm at show 6A or something as far as like uploading videos, or pay-per-view number 6 possibly. Is it a show? No, not pay-per-view number 6. That's crazy. We're at pay-per-view number 5, or show 8A or something as far as uploads. It's probably show 8A, because I think I did put the what's that shit called? The rankings number 6 up. Yeah, I think that was the last one I uploaded. Rankings number 6. Yeah. I told you, man. I said it. He's gonna either ultimate punches, rear naked choke, guillotine choke, or ground and pound, because fucking Dr. Wagner Jr. snuck that victory in against freaking Enno. Insun wasn't having none of that. So the finals match is gonna have the anchors for both teams going against each other, and they both going to be fresh. Now, Mal Mascaras, you know, you can say what you want. I don't really tend to think that. I tend to think only like Man of Tokyo is worth a damn for this team, for the inaugural champions, which is stupid. But Mal Mascaras surprised me when his team went against my crowds, and that was consisted of Switch Kick, Champ, and freaking Riot. Switch Kick being the Twicar Dome next level shit character, Champ being Mr. Muay Thai, and Riot being the Brawler. And like, he was able to take out the Brawler by hitting him with like 5 or 6 fucking flying crossbodies. Like, he just kept on hitting those diving crossbodies or flying crossbodies onto freaking the Riot. I mean the Brawler Riot, and like he ended up beating him. I was like, oh my god. I was like, well, how the hell does that happen? And I was like, you know what, y'all can just not be a part of the faction of 3, because that was some bullshit. He just kept on crossbodying him, and he able to win the match via flying crossbody. I was like, what the hell? He just kept on hitting that diving crossbody. So here we go. This is the finals. Oh wait, we could go straight into the ring. these two because we already saw Eno walk out just a second ago. Yeah. And this is the final match, so either this will be the final part, which will be part number 4, or we'll have one final matchup where whichever team wins that will be the Faction of 3 champions. So Mal Mascaras has a lot on his shoulders right now, because if he loses this match to Ensign, his team will no longer be the champions of the Faction of 3. But because they are going to be former champs, if they lose, they'll automatically be part of the #1 contenders match. So they'll be one of the teams, which means we'll only be able to do one good spot. I mean, we'll only be able to do one team qualifier for the Faction of 3 instead of being 2. If we have the champions retained, then that's how we have 2 team qualifiers for either the Faction of 3 or combatants. So Ensign, and also this puts pressure on Ensign because, like, even though if he loses this match, his team has another chance because they already won the first match and this is the second match. You know, you still don't want to put your team in that much pressure and have them have to win the third match because you failed to win the last match. And the thing is, this is pressure for both of them because they're both fresh. This is probably going to be the only time they go against each other where neither one of them are injured at all, or endurance has taken a hit, or health, or stamina, or any of that crap. So they both are basically fresh in this match going against each other. And this is more so to prove who's the better between these two, because this is no different than a freaking, you know, #1 contenders match. To be honest with you, if we were doing the absolute division, only thing that's different with this than a regular #1 contenders match is, well, not a #1 contenders match, my bad, because they can't win by blood stoppage. I always forget that. Same thing as a ranking match for the absolute division. Only difference is, instead of being false count anywhere, it's lumberjack. That's the only difference between this and a ranking match for the absolute division, is that this is a lumberjack match, which means they can't leave the ring. They have to be on the apron or in the ring. They can't go out. They can't go onto the floor unless they're knocked down. That's the only way they can get onto the floor, is if they're knocked down and stuff like that. That's the only thing going on with this match. So yeah, everything is on the line necessary for Mal Mascaras, but Ensign still does not want to lose this match, because if he wins this, then they don't have to go into a freaking, you know, tiebreaker match where whoever wins that becomes the champions. He can just end this right now for his team, and they can definitely be the champions right here and now, instead of going to a third match where it can be possible that, you know, Magnum Tokyo can take out 2 of his teammates. That is always a possibility. Magnum Tokyo can take out 2 of his teammates, and then he has to sweep their whole entire team. That's always a possibility. As good as Don Fry and Eno is, you know, Magnum Tokyo is still capable of taking out both of them. He just proved that he can beat Don Fry in the first match up, you know. Now all you have to do is work a little bit harder, and he could possibly take out Eno as well, which is the second matchup. But it looks like Ensign is going to take this because he's already got, you know, what's his name, injured. He already got Mil Mascara is injured, but Mil Mascara is starting to counter a little some of the moves and stuff like that. So he's starting to reverse and counter some stuff, strikes and some of the grapples, which is good because he's going to need to do that a little bit more because this title match is over with if he loses. You know, there's no third and decisive match. If freaking Insun wins this, his team has beaten this team twice. And it looks like it's almost to that point. I think either one more submission targeting the head should end this. Yeah. So Insun is very close to ending this. Possibly by freaking... Well, I know he's probably got... His stuff is probably set to where he goes for, you know, any old submissions on the ground. From wherever he's at, that's where he can go for a submission at. Because that's how I got some of my characters now set up. Whereas I got others who, like, got a specific submission they go after. Like, the character that's named after me, the Pumper 001 or PKO character, he goes for... His main submission to go for when they're on the ground is by the legs, and it's the reverse figure 4 leg lock. And congrats to Insun, and most importantly, congrats to his team, because they are now the freaking the faction of 3 champions. I'm gonna say combatants just because they're all shoot wrestling style. Yep, so congrats to them, man. Pretty much done with this championship now. Let me do it where they first raise up their head. Damn it. That's good. His arm was just sticking out straight. There we go. That looked a little bit better. Yep. So now that that's over with, we can go out of this. And if you're wondering, I already have it set up. These are the 4 people for the Combatants Champions. And then I also got Devastation, who are also tested out as well. So all this is set for the next championship match that I'm going to be doing later on today. Later on today. And as you already know, the first person out will be Switch Kick. Then we're going to have PKO, then Champ, then Riot. That's how their team goes and stuff like that. And you already know Devastation is the anchor for his squad or wherever. That 4-man squad. And I think that's... I don't know the order. I forget the order. But I know it's consisted of Antonio Inoki and who's the other guy? Oh yeah, Akira Maeda and Boss Ruda. I believe Boss Ruda is the first one out for their squad, and then is Akira Maeda, and then is Antonio Inoki, and then it's Devastation. I can't be too sure about that. I'm not too sure about that. But I believe that's the way their team is supposed to be set up for those 4. Pretty sure that's the correct setup. Just going back on here right quick. Damn, so that took 4 videos. Nice. And the second one was a nail biter because I told you, long as Magnum Tokyo is able to win that first match, his team will always have a better shot at winning. So the first time around he didn't win the first match, so his team ended up losing 3-1. But this time that was a nail biter because went to the third final match, even though, you know, Insun was pretty much dominating that entire match, you know. But yeah, right here you see it. Oh yeah, and that is the way it goes. So it goes, so the way this stuff reads once they win is it goes the Boss Rudin, Akira Maeda, which is right below him. Then you go to the other side, which is Antonio Inoki. Then at the very bottom, you have Devastation. And the way I know that's for sure the correct way to do it, because if we go back, let's see, to pay-per-view number 6, which is when these two teams last fought, you can see it right here. Alright. Oh damn, they was in the previous pay-per-view.
Hello, we get into that. May first pay-per-view. Some of his more.
Oh, that was that video.
Championship instead of Haas. Sons of Fight for Gold champion. Make sure. Bulls. Excuse me. Anyway, blood stoppage for take definitely all talk it all.
So see, it is like I said, Boss Rudin, Akira Maeda, Antonio Inoki, and Devastation, and the new champs who beat them for the title at pay-per-view number 6. It goes Taekwondo, better known as Switch Kick. Then you got Pumpa 001 or PKO. You got Mr. Muay Thai champ, and you got the Riot. Then you got Riot, the Brawler. So I was right in assuming what order these two teams were. I probably should screenshot that though, to have that on there, just to have it on there. But I can just screenshot it right here, because this is all I was trying to look. No, right here would be better. Damn it!
All right, hello there.
You gotta be kidding me! It went into it. God damn it! All right, so. Well, it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be in this video because this is for the combatants. Yeah. So yeah, congrats again to them. We're gonna have a rematch of pay-per-view number 6 for the combatants championship. The inaugural champs are trying to get back their titles versus the people who took it from them. And yeah, that's basically it. And that's another reason why I'm glad I figured out how to put more characters on this game, because if I know how to put more characters on this game, my characters, which I guess I'm happy that I don't have no characters that are mine that has to be in the 5th spot chance qualifiers and stuff like that, but it also pissed me off that none of them are in there for one reason. I kept on having to put characters who didn't necessarily need to be in the KO division's 5th spot chance or the MMA division's 5th spot chance. Some of them didn't even need to be in the grappling 5th spot chance. You know? And there's a shit ton of people who don't ever need to be part of the KO division, because even though a lot of them are strikers, they don't have enough striking moves to make them a threat to my creator wrestlers. That's why I'm glad I was able to make more creator wrestlers who are now will be a threat to my other creator wrestlers who are ranked in that division. You know, if the game doesn't have nobody who's capable of beating them, then I have to have people that have to make people capable of beating them. And also, fucking Boss Rudin and Akira Maeda were two of the people that I would want to put in the 5th spot chance qualifier for the KO division. They can't be in there, you know. Antonio Inoki, who could do decent or well in the KO division, also can't be part of the freaking MMA division. So this shit does tie up a lot of people. And guess what? I'm glad I made my 24 new people, because guess what? Don Fry, Eno, and Insun are now the freaking Faction 3 champions. And now they can't be part of those 5th spot chance qualifiers, you know? So shit, if it's shit out of lucky, there'll be a lot of fucking characters who will just be in, you know, the MMA division matches just as filters. That's what they really was. It was just filters to have at least 4 people or 3 people in this and that qualifier. you know. But now we ain't gonna have to worry about that because I got more people, and come show 9, I'll probably have at least 8 to 16 more people. By the time we get to show 10A, we probably will have all 170 people involved. You know, then the problem becomes what 16 people are going here and there and da 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 and all that other crap. Yeah, that would be that's gonna be horrible. That day, not coming no time soon, but that day will be horrible. Hopefully, I can try to stretch that out until until show 12A or 13A or 15A or some shit like that. You know, because I can't my mind ain't gonna be able to process 113 people for qualifiers. I'm gonna have to definitely always have at least 1 or 2 people from every freaking division automatically be part of the fifth spot chance, just for I won't have to worry about that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna we're most definitely gonna have that. Once we get to 170 people, there's always gonna be at least one person who automatically gets to qualify two for the double team, because those are tag teams that will automatically be given a second opportunity of being in the fifth spot chance. Because each of these divisions, because think about it, 113 people, right? 16, and think about this number right quick. 16 times 6 for all 6 divisions having 16 people is still only fucking 96. Then 113 subtract 96 is still what? That's still what? Take away. So you have the 7, then that covers on what? That's still 17 more fucking people. And then if I gave all them 27, if I gave them all 17 people, that's still an extra 1. So what I may end up doing is to get rid of 8 of that and leave with just 9. To get rid of 8 of that and leave with just having 9 will probably give 24 for 3 fifth spot chance qualifiers for the double team. That leaves us with 7, right? Yeah, that'll leave us with just 7. No, that'll leave us with not 7. That'll leave us with 9 people for those last 5 divisions, and then I guess that's what we can do. Yeah, then we can do. Oh shit! I just figured that. You know what? Fuck that! I figured that out right now. I'm finna write that shit down. Right fucking now. Move. Get out of this bullshit. I don't care about that right now at the moment. Let me see. Figure it out. Let me just go in here. Get rid of that shit. Push that shit all the way down there. Alright, so 170 subtract the 57, which will give us 113. Subtract. Then we're gonna also subtract the. Damn it! What did I say? Oh yeah, we're gonna subtract another 7. Then we're going to subtract. You know what? Let me do it this way, because this way is better. We got the 43 for the rankings and blah blah that. 43 for the rankings. I can take off that right there. Plus the 14 for that. That would give us the 47. Plus the 7. That would give us the 64. I believe that will be 64 because these two numbers together is 21. Then plus the 43. Yep, that's 64. 64 minus that is 106. And then let's just KO division will give them 16. Then we give this division 6. We give grappling 16. We give these, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it that way. We give these right here, we'll give them God, because that works out fine with me. That works out just great for me. Give them 24. Boom. Then we have PW that has, God damn, why would it be? Give them that. MMA, give them 16. God damn it, 16 you sons of bitches. And then we give these right here, we give them 16. See how fucked up the spell check and all the other bullshit is with this game? Give them 16, so 16, 6. Alright, so let's see it. 16, 16, that will give us the 20, that'll give us 32. Then 16 times 3 will give us the, oh shit, we're still off by a number, because 48 and that will give us that number. This will be 48. That will, these three at the bottom makes 48. Those three at the top makes, no wait, it's 48 and 48. Yeah, at the end of the day it's 48 and 48. No, not 48 and 48. That's 24 and that's 32. Yeah. Yeah, so I am still off by a number, because this is 32 plus 48, which makes 80, and plus this, which will give us, that makes 80, because, oh, I should have just did 5 times 16, that's 80, plus 24 will make 104, which leave us with 2 remaining, which just means I'll just make that 17, and make that 17, and yes, so Fo3. So now let's clean this up. So Fo3 is 6. Fo3, number 1 contender. Damn it. Because that one is 8. That's where we get this 14 from, right? Then you got, god damn it, then you got this, you subtract that. That's how you get your 120, damn it, 127, right? Then 7 for minus 7 that'll leave 120. Then when you subtract this, you get, damn it, what? I said 120, where the fuck came out 102, man? God damn it, then you got 120 minus, god damn it, will you do it correctly for me, please? Minus 14 equaling the 106. Oh, I love math so fucking much. Thank God for math. Oh. So once we get to 170 people, all these motherfuckers are gonna have at least one of them where they don't have the what's the name number. You know? God damn it, put this up here. So, you know, I could put it on the other side of the screen. I don't know why the hell I haven't been doing that. Put it on the side of the screen at the top, yeah. So this becomes 106 minus 16 equals 90. Boom. This is 90 minus 16 equals 74. God damn it. 74. You come on, you got, it's just the goddamn numbers. And this is 4 4 4. Oh wait, it's N 4. That's how many people per, you know, fifth spot chance. So all these motherfuckers gonna have 4 fifth spot chances, which is gonna be fucking crazy. Well, I can do 4 for the double team, but they'll have 3, and I'll have them with 8. You know, so they'll have the 3, and that'll just be with 8 people. I could do the same thing as the other ones and have all of them with 6, but that's just 3 teams each and stuff like that. But I don't want to do that to those to this division, so I'll just do the same thing, and this will leave us with 50. No, it'll leave us with motherfucker, man. I swear. God damn it, they made me put a smiley face. And then they take away the goddamn minus sign. Man. And these would be 4s as well. You know, this would be a 4 as well. And the last one would be a 5, as in one person will get a, you know, a first round bye thing or whatever like that. With, and that's how you're supposed to have that. That's why I'm not really using those, because you're supposed to have that, and that tells you who will be the 5th and final person. So yeah, I just figured this out, and this is gonna be the set thing for this for now on. You know, and if you're wondering, the 4 people who are involved in the Fight for Gold 4-man Battle Royale, they are not, only one of them will not be involved, and that's how you get the 43. You know, because that's the Fight for Gold champion. That's how you get that number right there. So this is, and then we got 17 minus 17 equals 0. Look at that. God, just I wasn't even really thinking about it, but I'm glad I was thinking about it subconsciously in the back of my head, because we just figured out what I'm gonna be doing as far as this stuff is concerned. You know, as far as this is concerned, this is what I'm gonna be having on the thing, and this is how this game is gonna be working out once we get to this point. Because you got the 20, you got the you got the 43, that's for all the divisions and whatnot, and then I'm gonna have 7 people who are basically automatically gonna be part of the 5th spot chance, and that's only gonna be one for combatants, right? No, goddamn it, there's only gonna be one for KO division, only one for grappling, only one for double team, only one for PW, only one for MMA, only one for absolute, and gonna be 2 for double team division. I think I said 1, but 2 for double team division, which will give us a total of 1 participant or team in the case of double team division for the 5th spot chance that automatically gonna be there. And then, in addition to that, there's going to be 17 people each for the absolute and MMA divisions, with the final 5th spot chance qualifier having 5 people, with one of them getting the first round bye. And then there's going to be 24 for the double team division, just because it takes 2 people per team to participate with that, you know, so they need 2 participants. So for just 4 people, that'll be just 1 match, you know. So in order to have 3 matches with, you know, 8 competitors or 8 teams, we need 8, you know, we need 8 freaking people. I mean, with 4 competitors, my bad, to have 4 teams to compete, we need 8 people. So they only gonna have 3 5th spot chance qualifiers, which is gonna be the least amount, because they'll have 4 competitors instead of just 3 with, you know, 6 each and stuff like that. So that's how this is gonna be going on for the future. I'm gonna change this around to not figure out 170. Figure out 170. Fuck that roster. Complete 107 character roster for fish. That's what that is. That's not, this is not just no ordinary thing I'm figuring out. This is for the complete roster. Once we get to the complete roster, figuring out AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling to complete 170 character roster, for fifth spot chance qualifier, because this is not just going to be for show A. This is not just going to be for, you know, one show in particular. This is for all of them. At the very end, this is for all of them. So this is going to be the permanent thing once we have 170 characters. You know, once we have 170 characters, this is the complete thing for it. You know, and this is the way it's always going to be. We're always going to have at least one person that gets to automatically go into the fifth spot chance based on what they did at the previous fifth spot chance and in qualifiers and stuff like that. So once we get to 107 people, I may start keeping record of how quickly people got wins. Not if it was by pinfall or TKO or this or that. How quickly you got through with the what's name, your qualifier. How quickly were you able to dispatch your opponents? That's what this would be based off of. The 7 who automatically get the qualifier. That's how it's going to be based off of once we get to 170. And I got to think of something to write down for that as well. But let's do this. Boom. Do that. That way we still got what the hell we need. I changed around the name and everything for that. I changed around all that crap. You know, we changed around a lot when I was talking about that stuff. This is for, this right here is people playing online for UFC, EA Sports UFC 3. And basically, I thought it was going to be like a little like, you know, like amateurish with the people playing it, but I enjoyed it so far. I think I got done with the first 2 matches. The first match somebody used is somebody in the first match right here where you see these 2 names right here at the bottom, right here at the very bottom right there. The Declane 97 versus Developer Raider. Dev Raider. I think DEV is supposed to stand for developer or develop and stuff like that. When it comes to video games, so Dev Raider. And one of them was using, I don't remember who was using who, but the one who was using Stephen Wonderboy Thompson beat the one who was using Conor McGregor, and it was actually pretty good. And like they was doing like the guys, it's 3 of them who was doing commentary, and they're just as good as what you see with the fighting game community when, you know, they do commentary, tell you the ins and outs of what to use with this and that character. And everybody else is pretty much knowledgeable and stuff like that. The Kinetic NRG that you see at the top, he's one of the best people to ever play on these games, period. Play these games, period. No matter what console it is, no matter if it's the PlayStation or the Xbox console. Cause what's this guy name right here? Ricky J Sports. I saw him playing on one of his things, and he was taking on the Xbox or PlayStation champion, and like, but he was from the what's name, the other console. Cause like, you know, they can do now crossover thing. You could do crossover gaming with the wherever. I think it's cross-platform. I mean, cross-console or whatever the hell that term is called, where you can play a game while you're on PlayStation versus somebody on Xbox. You know, I forget the exact term that was, but that's what this shit basically was. And like, this shit was good as hell. I'm only on like the 3rd or 4th match, I think, so I'm still like down here at the bottom somewhere. But that was a good ass thing to watch, man. It was cool as hell. I like watching it, you know. But this wasn't I don't think this was a tournament or anything, even though it's 5.5 hours and I'm nowhere near done with it. But it was just fun to watch. The few matches that I watched so far, and I think they'll get better. I know who a few of these people are from various things and stuff like that I've seen them on. And like, I think they're like, shit, this is only 50 because I decided to start from 50. I was gonna start from 1, but I think that's probably like EA Sports UFC 1 or 2 or some shit. If it's anything involving, you know, Undisputed 3 for the UFC games, then yeah, I would definitely like to watch that. But like UFC 1 and 2, like, you know, 3 is like, 3 they didn't really like add too much that's better, except for probably like better with the striking and stuff like that. They still haven't like improved too well with the grappling. The clinch game is pretty much pretty good, you know. It's more complex. I like the fact that the game is getting more complex. Some people don't, but like that is better than it having nothing at all, you know? Because like it was just simple to do this and that. Like, yeah, some transitions should see seamlessly, but like it's only so much you can do, and like long as the developer is willing to improve on the game and make another one, there's always chances of that happening. But we probably ain't gonna see that because there's good chance of it. What the hell? What's this right here? That button at the bottom right there. Oh, hell no. No, don't tell me. No. Don't tell me I went on for too long. Oh, thank God. Alright, we're ending this fucking video right here, right now. We're ending this video right here, right now. Because I just got the scare of a fucking lifetime. So, because, yeah. So, let's go out of that and we're going to fucking end this right now. Because I was so sure that the fucking thing just ended on me because I forget I only got a limited amount of space on this SD card. I was so scared that I just ended the video. The video just ended on me on its own because I was like, where the fuck is the little bloody thing at? So alright, congrats again to the new faction of 3 champions. Next up will be the combatants. Probably do it at 7 o'clock. It says 5 if I could take a break from this game, but it's gonna be 5 in like a half an hour. So yeah, probably 7 o'clock. So until the next one later, hope you enjoy all that other good shit. Hope you enjoy your life during this quarantine situation because of coronavirus. Hope you and your loved ones and anyone you care for is safe. Until the next one later. God damn, I swear to God, I'm never gonna get used to having to press this to fucking end it. I swear. Come on, button, what the fuck is going on with the button? Alright, peace.